What is going on out there? So, anyways, look at I started reading all kinds of articles, and man, I couldn't help but think of right away. I see what Trump's doing, and I thought, man, this guy's the Don, man. He is the Godfather. And you know what? It is time to settle all American business. Do you guys remember watching? If you haven't, I highly recommend you check them out. The Godfather movies. But do you remember this scene right here?
Today I settle all family business, so don't tell me you're innocent, Carl.
That's what made me think of when I was reading all these articles because there's so much going on everywhere. We're going to get into that, but a quick reminder, everybody, if you haven't already, I encourage you to join Pimpy's Investment Chat on Facebook. There's a link to it in the description. We talk about everything in here from the Iraqi dinar to the Vietnam dong, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, the Zim dollar, the global currency reset, you name it, it's all in here. So again, it's free 99 to join. So go ahead and do so. All right. Also, a lot of people have been buying cryptocurrencies and asking me where to go. In the description is a link that you can follow. And if you follow it, it gives you 10 free dollars just for joining. And after you join, if you scroll down to where it says earn cryptos, all you got to do is watch a couple of videos and they give you free cryptocurrencies up to about $160, I believe. All right. So why not just join and try to get the free cryptos? All right. Okay. Let's get back to a couple of things that are going on here. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Okay, so on April 13th, I'm going to be talking with Jay and April here. So I encourage you guys. I will get more details. I will share them with you, but I just wanted to remind everybody that on April 13th, I encourage you all to listen in. I'll be talking with April and Jay on the radio. All right. So we'll have something a lot more official coming up here real soon. Somebody sent me this picture of what we're being told is going to be the new currencies, the new U.S. dollars. Now I don't know if this is true or not. But all I could say is, wow, these banknotes look beautiful. Now, here's the crazy thing, and this is I've read a couple articles and a couple people are telling me this. The United States isn't the only country that's revamping the images of their banknotes. So you see, I don't think we're going 100% cryptocurrencies. I think you're going to see a combination of gold back fiat currencies, which is necessary, as well as cryptocurrencies. I still think there's a use for cryptocurrencies, but we're not going to go to it 100%. It's too dangerous to do that. If the power goes out, if somebody throws an EMP, if the internet goes down for whatever reason, and I know everybody's going to say, oh, that's impossible. No, no, it's not. It's not impossible. It can happen. And if somebody's in an emergency and they need to get to their money right away and they can't, you know what I mean? Because, your phone doesn't work somewhere, if you're in a dead zone or the power is out, but you need to get something in emergency, there's no way you can go. It's impossible. It's impossible to go 100% without fiat currencies. So if these are the new bills, they're absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that on the 20 is the JFK. These are, I collect coins and stuff like that. So this to me, I would love for these to be the new bills. They are gorgeous. And I haven't seen bills that look this good since I seen the educational bills from the early 1900s. I have those and they're absolutely stunning, okay? What else is going on here real quick? Oh, remember we're talking about the days of darkness. Remember for you Q followers, I just think it was interesting that I came across this. So the Brits warned to keep flashlights handy in case of a coronavirus power outage. We talked about that where there might be some kind of power outage. There's days in darkness, whether it's no comms, no social media, no Facebook. Also, right now, what's going around in the Q sphere is the fact that, our military has been trained, and now it's kind of out in the public now. Our military has been trained to fight in these highly sophisticated tunnels that a lot of people know about. They call them dumps. If you haven't seen or researched them, look up deep underground military bases, dumps. All right, and then you'll know about them. But this is supposedly where the elite goes to hide, and this is where they keep a lot of the children that they are pedophiling. All right, so hopefully this is true, and they're saving a lot of them. Okay, so anyways, shout out real quick. I just want to give a shout out to the Dinarian. I'm glad he's making his videos again because I go check him out from now and then. I do have a link that takes you to his blog in my subscription. There's a lot of great articles in here to read as well. All right, so I encourage you guys to all go there. So let's get into the Iraq news. All right. So look, there's some questioning from the Kurdistan Democratic Party. They noticed something, all right? And so one of them said something on Twitter, and that is, the price of the dollar against the dinar on the exchange yesterday and today reached $1,275 to $1,300 for every dollar, US dollar. Okay, knowing that the official price for selling is $11.91. So what the person is saying, who's controlling this? Who's getting this profit? Are the people that are at the exchange windows, are they gobbling up this profit? Who gets this money? And that's a good question. So the central banks have to answer for this, all right? I am curious. They seem to be taking advantage of a bad situation, but, rightfully so, they're questioning it, okay? Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, okay, so this is interesting as well. The Baghdad Stock Exchange stopped, leading to the collapse of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar. So this person is saying, hey, look, the fact that the ISX stopped when they shouldn't have led to the collapse of the Iraqi dinar. Is this a hint of something to come? Was there a reason for this? I know a lot of us believe that, all right? So anyways, look, this Thursday, the Baghdad Stock Exchange halted the Iraq dinar's collapse against the dollar. The pharmacist said, I think it's interesting that they're interviewing a pharmacist, okay? But anyways, in a statement received, a copy that the monetary policy of the government and the central bank pays in one way or another to dominate hidden from the, oh, my bad, I read it right out of order. Dominate the mafia of financial corruption and the speculation of currency traders, adding that what is hidden from this side raises suspicion and doubts because there is exaggeration of these mafias and governs them in the course of events. Things. Okay, so the precautions of the crisis of the spread of the corona epidemic on the economic file. So look, what this person is talking about, the stock exchange was halted and it led to the collapse of the Iraqi dinar against the US dollar. So he's wanting to know what was behind this. You know what I mean? And we know here, our stock exchanges, although the people are not allowed to be in the stock exchange, it didn't keep the exchanges from happening. People do a bulk of the currency or stock buying or swapping over the internet. There's no reason for it to stop, and that's what this person is talking about. Why did it stop? What kind of financial policies are being implemented? Now this is interesting because as what's going on around there in the dinar sphere is this, that the ISX was stopped along with the currency auctions because we're anticipating a rate change when it first opened. Okay, so but these people here are questioning it. Like always, I will leave a link to these articles for you to come and check out yourself. But this person is saying, hey, look, these monetary policies are not beneficial to the Iraqi people. We know, we talked about this. I told you Dr. Shabibi complained that the IMF's and the World Bank's implementing of monetary policies that the CBI uses helps keep inflation low, but is not beneficial to the expanding of the economy. All right, so he said a rate needs to come up. I don't know about you. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with Shabibi. I know I do. I agree, Dr. Shabibi. Raise the rate. Okay, raise the rate. It's not just that the Iraqi people need it, man. They really do. Okay, so central banks. Speaking of central banks, we will continue to auction the currency to support trade and imports of food. So even though we talk about the auction stopping today, Wednesday, the central banks of Iraq called private banks and exchange firms to take a responsible role in light of the current stage, indicating the continuing monetary and financial policies. So what are they saying? The effort to various institutions in our country to fight the corona epidemic and get out peacefully from the crisis join together. Okay, banks, exchanges, companies, and electronic payment companies to take their responsible role at this stage. So what are they saying? They need to do what? We have taken initiative, employees, cadres, and suspended payment. Okay, so what they're saying is they're going to start selling the back end again in the currency auctions. They need this to support covering the salaries and finances as well as food, agricultural, and medical needs and all other necessary materials. So it looks like the auctions are getting ready to start again. Okay, so I'll again leave this link for you guys to check this out. It's a very small article. With regards to the next stage, the bank will begin to enhance bank balances abroad through the foreign currency sale window according to the schedule of working days. There's only 2 days a week. We know about that. And according to the requirements of the situation. Okay, so it looks like they're getting ready to start up the currency auctions again. So, that's not necessarily a bad thing, not the way we think of it. I know it's easy to go, man, they're starting up the auctions again. But yeah, Iraq is hurting pretty bad. They need to do something to generate enough money, which is ironic. They're selling money to make money. Let me repeat that. They are selling money to make money, to buy materials. Now, I know what you're thinking. Call me crazy, but I'm a mind reader. Ready? Why don't they raise the damn rate and get the stuff that they need? Every time we read articles about this, always go, is it me? Let me know what you think. Leave a comment about this. Is it me, or doesn't it make sense that most of the problems that they're having can be resolved with even the simplest of rate raises? You know what I mean? Do the $1.34, hit the sweet spot. We also know that they could just get a lot of things they need quickly by reinstating the 322 rate and going ahead and getting crazy and buying all the materials that they'll need once the country gets back on its feet to really start infrastructure, bringing outside investors in and a whole 9 yards. At least buy the supplies, buy your medical needs, buy your food needs, buy your supplies, do whatever you need to do. Raise your dang purchasing power already. Good Lord. All right. So, okay. So, Zarfi is the most capable candidate for prime minister, and patriots should support him. So here's an article going on saying that Zarfi is the most capable candidate for the task. And he's asking for people to support him, which is interesting because down below is an article where I think the Kurds are starting to realize that this might be the best candidate, but they have their own stipulations. We'll get into this. So he added that the situation in Iraq is very dangerous economically, healthily, security-wise, politically. So will the politicians rise to the gravity of the stage, or will they keep wrestling until the country slides into the abyss? It's not going to happen. Trump's not going to. Remember I was telling you, Trump says time to settle all American business. They're going to get this guy in there. I'm absolutely positive this guy is going to get in there. The fact that the Kurds are reaching out to this guy to try to come up with some kind of agreement tells me that even they know that this guy has to get in there. You know, the worst thing that can happen for them is they just dissolve parliament, which takes away all power that they have. Okay, so NATO is, expanding its mission to Iraq and by training national security forces, cadres. We know this. Remember, we're talking about Iraq's getting ready to make a hit on a lot of Iranian militia groups. I think NATO is getting over to help in this fight as well. So you have the Iraqi guards who have been, their forces have been running around with our special forces, just stomping out strongholds where a lot of the ISIS members are. So I think, again, this is Trump saying, look, it's time to put on your big boy pants. Let's kick off these training wheels. We're going to come in here and make one big swoop. Let's get business taken care of. For those who don't know what's going on, you have the Mercy and the Comfort on our coast. There are naval ships. Right now, supposedly there's a war going on in tunnels. We are being told that there was a planned hit against Americans by the drug cartels. That's what we're being told. We also were told that Iran had planned at the same time to hit naval installations. So Trump's saying, you know what, I'm not tolerating this. So he's hitting everything simultaneously, man. This is what's going on. So when I told you Trump, man, he's just, look, every time you read the articles and you want to know what's going on, that's what you should be picturing right there. Time to settle all American businesses. He is not the president to be playing with. This guy does not play. He is not afraid to pull the trigger. He's not afraid to get people pissed at him, how they've been mad at him since he's been in office. But anything and everything he's done has been to the beneficial of the American people as well as their security, okay? So let's keep that in mind. So it looks like the NATO is getting involved with this. Like he's saying the UN, but it's the NATO. So it looks like Saudis, I know Trump reached out to the Saudi prince. I believe his father, if he hasn't already passed away, is getting ready to pass away. So he's already starting to assume a lot of the majority roles for Saudi Arabia for when he takes over, to the point that he's even incarcerated his own brothers to make sure there's no competition there. But so it looks like Saudi and Russia might have come up with an agreement, and they're going to start cutting back on oil production, which will be increased supply. With the supply and demand, the value of oil will go up. As a matter of fact, it looks like the futures rose 5.2, 21%. It's the biggest one-day jump in oil prices ever. So that's pretty good. We want to see that. We need this. The oil nations need this. Iraq needs this. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is what I was talking about. So the Kurdistan political party revealed on Thursday the agreement of the Kurdish parties to enter into a direct and frank dialogue with Zarfi on the conditions of the Kurds to support him. See, they know, I'm sure Trump and Pompeo have reached out to them and said it's real simple. You can either be part of the decision-making, part of the parliament, or we dissolve the parliament and we put in our people anyways and you have no say-so. It's that old saying, would you rather have 50% of something or 100% of nothing? Okay? So anyways, the Kurds are reaching out. They want to have talk. They want to set some conditions, including their salaries of the Peshmerga and Article 140, the region's oil and Kurdistan's share of the budget. So you know what I mean? I'm sure they just want to iron out the money deal. This is going to be done quickly. Look, Kurds are going to support this guy. All right? This guy is going to be PM. He's going to have his government approved sometime in April. He's going to be the prime minister. His cabinet's going to be fully elected and filled. And you're going to see things rock and roll. Man, this is really looking like a good time. Now, call me crazy, and I'm curious to see what you guys say about this. You keep hearing for years all these different excuses, or we needed all these things to line up. All these things need to happen before the rate change happens. Now, I don't know about you. Since 2019, everything seems to have been lining up to what's going on now. After this, I don't know what the excuse is anymore. I really don't. I know a lot of people have put their eggs in the baskets. A lot of the people in the Dinar sphere, especially those YouTubers, have banked that this rate change is going to happen this year. Now, I'm one of them. I said I thought last year was going to happen. I'm not going to lie. I had reason to. Hell, there's articles saying they were going to change the rate. All right, that's not an excuse. I'm just saying I thought it was going to happen last year. But this year, I believe so more than ever. I thought for sure at the end of March, sometime in April, this rate change would happen. That doesn't mean I'm right. That doesn't mean I have some special intel. I don't. I'm just saying based on an educated guess, you could see everything is lining up. The fact that the people from the gold and silver community, the Dinar, Dong, Zim community, the cryptocurrency community, the global currency reset community, all seem to be, even the QAnons and the Kim Clement communities, all their information and it is starting to intersect with one another. And there comes a point where they all meet, and that's now. That is now. Never before in my life. Before I was just thinking, oh, one of these currencies are going to reset. No, I'm convinced probably more now than ever that there's definitely a global currency reset that's going to happen. You're going to see a new type of global system in which everything is supported by gold and silver. Before that happens, you're going to see a huge spike in stocks again. You're going to see that happen as soon as coronavirus thing happens. You're going to see them force down. I really believe this. They're going to force down the values of gold and silver so they can stock up on it before it shoots up. All right, so keep an eye on it. Right now, it's still hard to get gold and silver without paying a pretty high premium, okay? So look, things are starting to line up in Iraq, all right? We see the PM's getting his ducks in a row. We see that the Americans are pretty sure this is going to be done. We know that Trump is making sure that all of the Iraqi influence is being destroyed. Here's another article about this. So the United States launched airstrikes last month targeting pro-Iranian Hezbollah. I have a feeling they're not just going to stop in Iran. I have a feeling you're going to see the United States find an excuse to go over and knock out Hezbollah in what is that? Right next to Israel, the Palestinians. All right. So I know it hasn't been talked about, but it seems to me it wouldn't make sense for you to do one area and not the other. So don't be surprised if some excuse doesn't come up, or that you don't see Israel hit Hezbollah at the same. Yeah, Hezbollah at the same time. The United States is hitting Hezbollah in Iraq. All right, don't be surprised. And at the same time, don't be surprised if you don't see drone strikes against these nuclear facilities in Iran. That would totally end any kind of control or power that Iran has. They'd be powerless. They really would. There's no threat to them anymore. And they definitely won't do boots on the ground. So We'll see. So there's a lot going on. It's good. There seems to be a lot of things coming ahead now. And like I said, it's a pretty long article, so I encourage you to go in there and read it. It's like I said, like Trump is saying, man, it's time to settle all American business. Just like Michael Corleone, it's time to settle all family business. This is a strange time that we're living in. Okay, I know for a lot of people, my mother called me up crying, and I know she's scared about what's going on. And I haven't seen my mom in a couple years, and she's bugging me to go see her. So, I told her as soon as this crap's done, I'll go and visit with her. I should do it more often. I just get myself wrapped up in my business. And you know what? Please allow me to just make a suggestion to you guys. With everything that's going on in this coronavirus situation, whether it's real or not, depends on whatever you think. It doesn't make a difference. This should give you time to reflect on your family members. Now, I also know there's a lot of you that are stuck in a house with all your family. You're thinking, hell no, I'm tired of them already. All right? So don't take them for granted, all right, man? Families, the one thing I love about The Godfather, family always came first. And that's a good thing. All right. Anyways, hit the thumbs button, hit the thumbs up button, or the down. It's up to you. Leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.